So again, I'm with Alliance Bank of Arizona. I'm Senior Director in our commercial banking group. We provide loans and other services to small businesses here in the Southern Arizona market. As far as Alliance, just a quick background. Alliance was actually a startup also in 2003, was started up by local businesses and banking experts here in the Southern Arizona market. So it was founded and started right here in Tucson. It has since moved headquarters to Phoenix. Western Alliance Bank actually has offices in California, Nevada, and Arizona. You can see that one couple of the areas of importance is under the personalized banking experience that I'll touch on in a little bit, a commitment to building relationships and ready access to decision makers for small business owners. Those are the two real keys to a successful banking relationship. So we have 9 offices in Arizona and 2 of them here in Tucson. The one I'm at is Tucson Williams Center at Broadway and Craycroft, and our other office is on Swan and Fort Lowell. Just a little bit about Western Alliance Bank. So Alliance Bank of Arizona is a part of Western Alliance Bank Corporation. And as I mentioned, Western Alliance Bank Corporation owns banks in Nevada, California, and Arizona. Total assets for Alliance Bank, remember this was a startup in 2003, $33.3 billion. Alliance Bank of Arizona represents about 7 billion of that. It's a highly profitable, highly performing bank, done just an amazing job with this bank since they started it. So we have a huge array of businesses that we deal with. In Southern Arizona in particular, it's really hard to become specialized. So we cast our net pretty wide and try to handle most all businesses. One that would be probably important to you guys is the next one to the bottom there. You see that we have some expertise in the technology area. And actually, to that point, there's a bank in California, Northern California, that the Western Alliance owns. It's called First, I can't remember the name exactly, but it was actually, it's Bridge Bank. And Bridge Bank was founded as a technology bank. So we have some expertise. Western Alliance Bank actually purchased Bridge Bank a couple of years ago. So they have some expertise and some leaning toward that technology industry. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the funding life cycle, and I think you guys probably have touched on this many times already with in your process there. And but just to go over it, and a lot of you are at the front end of this, where some of you are pre-revenue, some are in the revenue stage, but most of you in that very initial stage of growth. And you can see that in that life cycle, banks provide a financing somewhere up the scale a little bit generally in the expansion. And quite frankly, banks feel more comfortable up in the maturity stage of a business. So I always like to say banks tend to live in the past And what I mean by that is that generally banks are most comfortable with historical financial information versus projections. It's easier for us to analyze. It's provides a solid base for us to make loans with. So that's kind of our comfort zone, and that typically is up into the maturity stage of a business. So for a startup company, you're kind of bucking the system a little bit with banks. And so banks typically, for startups, try to mitigate that risk of not having historical financial information to rely on. And the way they do that is through strong, personal guarantees from business owners, looking for strong management teams and expertise, looking for a strong business plan and very detailed projections. And then banks will utilize SBA guarantees to mitigate some of the risk as well, where the government helps guarantee loans. And that takes away some of the bank's risk. So I want to talk a little bit about a banking relationship, not just a bank. And I've been doing this for over 35 years, and what I've found for me is that a lot of the things that I like in a place to work in a bank are the same things that you like as a customer of the bank. So when you develop a banking relationship, one of the things that's very important is that you're more than just a number, you're a name, that you have somebody to talk to at the bank that can influence decisions. In a good, strong banking relationship, decisions are made or influenced by somebody you know and you're working with. So most of the time in banks these days, loan officers don't have lending authority, so they can't make the lending decisions. However, if you're in a bank where the loan officer or the relationship manager that you're working with can get close enough to the decision makers, they can influence those decisions. And a lot of the banks, especially for smaller commercial loans, are going the way of centralized decision making, which really takes it out of the hands of your local representative, your relationship manager, and places it a lot of times in a credit scoring model in a centralized location. So that's not my favorite way of doing things, and it doesn't work that well for most small businesses. Good bank connections and a history with the bank make a difference in the approval process. So if you're doing a loan through Alliance Bank and you're working with me, I guide the approval process all the way along, and I become an advocate for, assuming it's something that I think that we should do as a bank. I become an advocate for you and your loan application. And that's important because, again, back to not just wanting to be a number, but being a name. That's very helpful to have your local relationship manager have a say in it. And then strong relationships pay dividends, especially during tough times. So when things are going good, everybody's happy. But when the tough times come, and it does happen in business, I've seen it through the years, having somebody that you can work with during the tough times is extremely important. So what should a banking relationship look like? What should we provide for you? One of the things is an objective analysis of your financial statements and your financial condition. And we look at a lot of financial statements. We look at statements from all different industries, and we can, help you to tell you what we're seeing, give you an objective view of what we're seeing in your financials. We can help provide some suggestions for helping solve some of your financial or operational challenges through our experience with other businesses that we've seen. We have good connections with other executives, and you guys are seeing the importance of networking with other executives right now. You guys are doing that, and I think this is a wonderful service that's being provided to you to connect with other business owners. And then you're going to need in your business, as you know, CPAs, attorneys, insurance brokers, real estate professionals. Uh, Having been in this community for 20 plus years, I have a great network of those folks. So what about your commercial banker, your local representative at the bank? What can they offer you? Well, they can be a trusted advisor. We talked a little bit about this, helping you make strategic decisions, giving you feedback about your business, and recommending services like treasury management services and whatnot that can help your business from a banking standpoint. Can help you put together the best possible loan application. We know what our credit people are looking for, so we can help tailor your loan application to give it the best possible chance for being approved. And then vouch for you during the loan process. We talked about this, where we can be an advocate for deals that we as commercial bankers are in favor of. We can help the process as it goes to our credit committees. So in all of that, of course, coming from an old guy, I always think experience matters. And so a little bit about me. I think I mentioned I have over 25 years of banking experience, 20 years here in Southern Arizona. I've made Tucson my home, raised my kids here, and both of them went through college in the state here. So we love the community. I have very strong community connections, both personally and professionally. And I have worked in a wide variety of industries. From I had a portfolio of dairy farmers that I banked years back in my early days of banking, to manufacturing and technology companies. So I've experienced a wide variety of industries, and would love to help out you guys as you're moving along, and not just you know, I would love to be just a resource for you if you should so choose. So all of my information's right here on the screen. You're welcome to call me or email me at any time.